Welcome to another All 22 Tuesday, week 2 of the season, as we take a look at some plays from this past weekend. All 22 is a collaboration between FirstDown PlayBook, the Coaching Coordinator Podcast, the Scouting Academy, and FNF Coaches. Well, Charlie, it's the second week in a row now we've seen special teams have an impact on a game, and some unique things happening in these special teams play. In this one, an onside kick here, where clearly something different is going on. We talked about this last week when we saw a holder on a kickoff in a dome stadium where there's no wind. In this case, there's no tee. The ball's sitting on the ground here, and Dallas executes a helicopter onside kick. Now, this is something, you go to the high school level. Kevin Kelly, Pulaski Academy in Arkansas, has just made this famous. They onside kick every single play, and helicopter is part of their repertoire. And, again, you and I have been talking about this, Charlie, for a while now, that special teams in 2020 are a huge advantage because of the prep time that was taken away from everybody. You lost your spring football or your mini camps or your OTAs. And, what usually takes the hit? Well, it's usually the special teams. And in this case here, even though there's something different going on, it kind of looks like nobody's quite sure how to handle this one. Maybe something they haven't seen. And again, I think if you find a way to take advantage of that, it could pay huge dividends for you here in 2020.
I don't think there's any question, Keith. And for 2 weeks in a row, just like you were saying, we've sat there and we've watched really in a empty stadium something about to happen, and there's some, there's some pre-snap or pre-kick cues here. So let's take a look at this. I mean, you're obviously they're going to kick it, try to kick it down here to the Dallas sideline, where you're going to get the benefit of being in that official's ear and everything's coming this way. But you're sitting there and you're looking at the ball laying flat on its belly, and you typically don't get that. But at this point right now, and maybe they are, there is a point to where, when did he put that ball down like that? Maybe if it's last second, you can't get that communication across there. But that's where you have veterans in here, and you start understanding that's not going to be a high kick. That's not going to be one we have to go up and field. That's not going to be one that has any chance of going out of bounds right here. And so just a critical deal. Now, like you said, Kevin Kelly, you've talked to him about this, and he's obviously one of the best out there, but it can't be executed any better than this.
No, it can't. And it's one of those things, you see the guy standing right there. Oh. And so the rule is, it's not gone 5 yards. You could pick it up, but it's spinning really funny. I mean, has 87 actually ever had attempts in practice to try to feel the ball, spinning around like that? There's just things that, how prepared are you for something like a helicopter kick?
Yeah, 87 and 17. And once again, I'm running it back and forth. I'm a genius right now, right?
We all are.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can tell where it's like, you're right. 87 has been taught, I'm a blocker. All right. And the end guy out here, 81, I'm a blocker. Now 17 is the one you got to believe, if you're number 2 on the line of scrimmage, you're a skilled athlete, right? I don't know who that is, and I don't want to even really point them out. But the point is, there's football. You're an NFL athlete. You got to get on that football right there. Mm-hmm. So, what a miserable way to lose a football game, particularly when they're up as much as they were at one point in time.
Yeah, and I could say, for anybody out there who's listening and wants to learn how to do that, along with all kinds of other onside kick types, Kevin Kelly has a great course on CoachTube. If you go there, you can find it. And he teaches all these things. I think the beauty of it, Charlie, when you're looking at maybe doing something like this, the guy who's the kicker, and what's funny is Kevin Kelly, he finds guys who could do all these different types of kicks and just puts those guys in the game. But those guys can go and work on this on your own. You just got to work, with your recovery team on what their rules are. But it's something, again, how do you get some advantages here in 2020? Special teams, I think, are a huge part of it.
Be sure to join us each week throughout the NFL season for All 22 Tuesday. All 22 Tuesday is brought to you by FirstDown PlayBook, the #1 football playbook tool for coaches at all levels of football. Edit any of our 35,000 plays or draw your own from scratch. All plays come with detailed coaching points and player assignments for every position. Keith Grabowski is the host of Coach and Coordinator podcast. He interviews the most knowledgeable head coaches, coordinators, and position coaches from professional, college, and high school football. Keith and his guests discuss the philosophy, concepts, schemes, and strategies that they have learned throughout their careers. The Scouting Academy teaches you how to scout like a pro. Learn from NFL executives and coaches about the process of scouting from your home on your schedule. The Scouting Academy has 40 alumni with NFL opportunities and over 130 in college football. Friday Night Football Coaches is the platform for high school football coaches. FNF Coaches delivers content to the high school football coaching community through its website, print magazine, and other digital platforms. Links to all websites can be found in the description of this video. Thank you for joining us for this week's All 22 Tuesday, and we will see you next week.